Here is my layout for the next lesson in Course 2, and I have actually a few things that I want to point out to you in this layout. This is my dad and my oldest son when he was 3 days old. The first thing I kind of want to show you is just a tip, a little layout tip that you can use in your lesson, and that is this handwritten text that is on this heart. And this text actually comes from, I have to find, let me scroll out, actually comes from the back of this photo where my mother hand wrote the information on the back of the photo. And to get that on the heart, I simply grabbed the rectangular marquee tool, made a selection of it, make sure I'm on the correct layer, the layer for this back, hit Control J, and I'm going to hit the visibility on the original layer to see that I have a new little square here. I'm going to have to raise that up, I think. Let's go ahead and see where this one is and make it invisible. And then raise this one up. Just a little bit of surgery here, Photoshop surgery. Okay, so I have this now right here on top of my heart. And the heart is, let's see, layer 14. Okay, and I'm going to resize this down and position it so that you can read most of the text. And I think that's pretty good. But now you see it is hanging out over the heart. And to fix that, it's the same skill that we used in the last video for the Fun Extras class on clustering. But I'm going to hold down the Control key and click on the thumbnail of this heart layer to get marching ants around the heart. Then I'm going to make sure that I am on this layer with the text, grab my eraser tool, and oops, I need to make sure I do select inverse. Now we have selected all of the area outside of the heart, and I can go ahead and use my eraser and erase that right up. Control D to deselect. Now I have lines in this heart, but I don't have them on my piece of paper on top, but that is easy enough to fix. I'm going to go to my blending modes and choose multiply, and there you have it. It looks very nice and works out very good in there. So that is one little tip I just wanted to show you. It's not actually what this lesson is about. I want to show you too how I added a stroke around these heart sprays. I did that by accident and it turned out very good because it made them really show up on this colored paper over here. So I went ahead and did them on both. Something else I want to share with you before we get to the actual lesson for this video is the rule of thirds. I made sure that I had the rule of thirds with regard to colors working in my layout. Originally I made this cluster. This is the collab. The hummies are the hearts. I forgot the name of the collab. Oh no! It's the Hearts collab at Hummy's World. And it's available for purchase right now, and Jody Ann and Janet made it all by themselves and did an awesome job. But I made all of this clustering here in the corner with the pieces in the collab first, and then decided that green was the only place on my layout the only place green was on my layout was right here in the corner. And so I added a little bit more green here, and I added a little bit more green here. This is actually just the tip of this flower here, or not flower, leaf here. Off of that stem I cut it off and just stuck it in. So now I have a triangle of green to lead my eye around the layout. And then I had this red ribbon, and I couldn't just have red, especially something as bright as red, in just one place in my layout. So I went ahead and I used the same piece here and then another red string there, so I also have a triangle of red. And so the triangles are slightly different, but each of them kind of make a triangle around the photo that helps to lead the eye to the photo and leads the eye around the layout. So that is a few tips from me. This lesson, though, is to make little icons, I guess you would call them, characters, in between your text. You'll see this often in a place of journaling for digital scrapbooking layouts, and I want to teach you and show you the easiest way to get those into your text. And so I'm going to go ahead and take off this text here, and I am using the Arial font, and I would start typing my text, 3 days old. I've got purple text now, but that'll be okay. And now I'm ready to insert whatever little icon I want. Often they are that they utilize either a dark dot or a straight up and down line. Now I can tell you're going to be able to see later how to get this straight up and down line, but hidden on your keyboard, I bet you didn't know it was there. If you look right above like the enter key, there is a slash, and above that slash is a straight up and down line. So if you hold down your shift key and hit that key, you will get that line. It's there, it's hidden. Isn't that great? Now you can just do that for this lesson if you want, because the lesson is to come up with creative words and have them divided such as this. But if you want to come up with something different, I've left this so you can see down here at the bottom of my page. I have what's called a character map, and I am in Windows 7. So the easiest way in Windows 7, or I think even Vista, is to hit the start key and search character map, and it should come up with it. There it is, and you hit it, and here it is. It comes up. So I have the same font selected that I have that I'm using in my layout, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find something. I could use any one of these. Did you know all of these were hidden in the Arial font? Ooh, that one looks like a little mustache. I could use that for an animal type layout. Somewhere in here was the heart. I mean, there's a cross, and look at all these fun shapes in here, and right here was the heart. So I'm going to click on it and then choose select, and you're going to see it put the heart right here into the characters to copy. And then I can do more if I wanted, but I'm just going to hit copy. I think that's all I need to do. Minimize this and come over here, and I'm going to press Control V on my keyboard. Yep, and there it goes. There's that heart. So if I wanted to do a different character, let's say I would highlight this and delete it. Let's say I wanted an arrow. Select, copy, go back in here and Control V. Now I have a little arrow. Might want to put arrows inside of it. I did test this with different fonts other than Arial, and some of them I couldn't get to work, especially the symbol one. Let's see if we can go down here to Wingdings, and here is a dot. So I have that in there. I'm going to select copy, and I'm going to bet when I paste it in here, see, it puts the character that is in the Arial. So if I highlight this and go down and put in Wingdings, oh, it changed it to a different Wingding. Oh, there we go. I changed that to Wingding 2 and that worked. Now, and some of the times it didn't work for me, but basically it will. So there's a dot, but I think if you'd go back to Arial, you would see a dot in that one also. I don't know why I'm clicking. It just kind of felt like it was that little birdhouse. Oh no, that looks like some kind of cross again. These are so tiny. There's a smiley face. This is actually a bar. I mean, we can put that in here. Oh, here's the dot. And put that in here. Let's copy and go back to this. I'm going to eliminate the Wingding one. We're going to go back a few, make sure we're on Arial. Control V, and there are those two. You can see that's a much thicker line. So there's a wide variety of things that you can use to find to put between your words. So of course, if you want this nice, sleek, simple line, remember that's just on your keyboard. Now here's another trick. First of all, let me look here for I have some notes in my OneNote here. Other ways that you can get these characters are to use like your Alt key and type a series of numbers, but if you are on a laptop, this doesn't always work. The reason is these numbers have to be put on a numeric keypad. They don't work with the numbers at the top of your keyboard. It has to be a numeric keyboard. And you can get a numeric keyboard on your laptop. You need to look for something that's called a numlock. And then you'll notice once you get it into numlock, I'm sorry, that just sounds funny. You'll notice certain keys on your keyboard are now typing in numbers. They are in order. The M is a 0, and then the next row up, the J is 1, K 2, and so on, and the next row up, you can see they're kind of in order like a numeric keypad. U is 4, I is 5, O is 6, and then the 7 is actually a 7, an 8, and a 9. So they are actually in there like a keypad. If you find that numlock on your laptop, each laptop would be different. So you could search for that, but I didn't have much success. That was way too much work. This is so simple. So simple. But I wanted to tell you that it's we did a search to find it, but it's under Programs and Accessories to find the character map. But I have a Windows computer. I don't have Mac, but I did take some time to look it up, and I will put these links in the forum for you. There is something called a character palette on your Mac machines that will do a similar thing. From what I read on the internet, if you click on the apple in the top left corner and go into System Preferences and search for Character Palette, you'll find it. And I found a YouTube video here that I will link up for you. And then you can also use Fontbook app. and by using a Control T to bring that up. Found a couple tutorials on that for you too. If you are a Mac user, that might help you on that. But here's the cool thing I was kind of excited about. You can also use, so you can use the Alt key and the numbers, or you can use the character map or the character palette depending on which machine you're on, or you can use an online character map. Now this is just too fun. Here's one I found, and I've got it right here. And so this is what it looks like. I have a little bit of it cut off over here because of my recording. There are 2 rows I don't think you can see, but basically I have it right now on Basic Latin 1. I think that's what I need to have it on, and there isn't too much fun stuff here. So if you scroll down and look for something different, like letter-like symbols, maybe there's some arrows and things like that in there. Where was the one? I think there was one I played earlier that said symbols. Miscellaneous symbols. Aha. So here's that familiar heart. So if you click on this heart, it inserts it up here. Now it says you can Google it to find those keyboard shortcuts or whatever else you want, but I'm just going to highlight it, right click, copy, and then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to click down with my text thing, Control V, and there is my heart, just like that. So no matter what computer you are on, you can get them in there like that. So if you go back and let's say I wanted a star, and I can highlight it, copy, and go in here and Control V. Oh, it didn't make a star, so I might not always be successful. It's probably because I need to change this to symbol or whatever to match. You just gotta play. We like playing though. That symbol, it didn't go to that symbol. See, the symbol one I was having trouble with earlier. It didn't like to stay. Oh, there. Now there's a star. So I changed it, and there it came up. So you just got to play. But the cool thing about this is if you go to Twitter or Facebook, and you've seen these images before where people create, and I'm going to click and just Control V, and you see these paste right into there. So I can go back over here and find something else fun. I don't know what. A little anchor. Let's say it's Pirate Day. Control C for that. Control V, and there's a little anchor. And they do actually show up when you tweet. Is that not cool? Or when you post them on Facebook. So you could go in here, there's a sad face, you could just have a blast. Yeah, if you have time for that. Of course these paste into Word and things too. So and if you want to get really crazy and type in ye and make your friends wonder, I don't know. Hey, hexagon. Oh, that looks Japanese. I don't know what's in here. I really don't. There's double arrow. So, yeah, lots and lots of fun. So that is about it for learning this, and let's take off these and put back on my text that I did. I just used hearts because it applied. I was going to use that straight up and down on the keyboard, but yeah, that is your lesson, to make some journaling and insert a symbol in between your little bits of word, and I look forward to seeing your layouts.